She's one of, if not the most controversial and polarizing characters of the franchise. I think if we take a deeper look at this former authoritarian and rebellion leader, we'll see a complex, flawed, and insanely interesting character, the likes of which we haven't seen in many television shows, let alone an animated one. Continuing our Gem series today, I'm delivering the big one y'all have been asking for. We'll go through her history, her powers, and of course, the symbolism of her real-world jewels. I'm Kris Carr, and today I'm talking to you about Rose Quartz, aka Pink Diamond from Steven Universe. Before we dive in, I want to give a shout out to all of our patrons on Patreon. Thanks to you heroes, we get to keep making Steven Universe videos forever.
Here we are in the future, where you guys are giving us donations.
Yay! And if you want to pitch in, see if a donation tier works for you. In return, you'll get some cool rewards. And speaking of cool stuff, check out our affiliate link to TeePublic. They've got so many great shirts, and we've even handpicked some of our favorites for you to enjoy. On to Rose. They're pink. That's gonna get so annoying.
Rose Quartz, leader of the Crystal Gems? Steven's mom was actually Pink Diamond?
Pink Diamond was a homeworld gem and a member of the elite squad known as the Great Diamond Authority. This is her story. Boop, boop, boop.
That's your dun-dun?
You do a dun-dun.
Dun-dun.
Okay, that was actually really good. I'm kind of mad. I'm sticking with my first choice. It was cute. And yeah, it was like the cute little Steven Universe version of a very dark noise for a very troubling show. If you aren't fully caught up on Steven Universe, then please be warned, this does spoil some big reveals in the series. You probably already know them because of the title and the thumbnail, and I'm just trying to keep y'all from losing it, okay? You still will. For the purposes of this essay, I'll be talking about Pink and Rose. We'll leave Steven out of this one, just to keep things from getting too jumbled. Pink was originally in charge of the colonization of Earth, something she begged her fellow Diamonds to allow her to do. Despite the rest of them feeling that she wasn't ready for this responsibility, they conceded and gave her the planet.
You begged us for a colony of your own, and now all you want to do is be rid of it.
While working there, she fell in love with Earth and its creatures. When the other Diamonds refused to allow her to abandon the colony, since it would lead to the planet's destruction, Pink decided to fake her own shattering, the gem equivalent of faking your own death, and took on the form of Rose Quartz. Rose would go on to become the leader of the rebels known as the Crystal Gems. Fun fact, Pink Diamond is sometimes represented with pink flowers like hibiscus or the pink mallow. So what's cool is that the national flower of South Korea, where Pink was supposedly shattered, is a pink mallow, aka Rose of Sharon, or Sharon, I don't know how you pronounce it, but then like Rose is right in there. And it's where she almost died. Yeah, it's really neat.
Guess I can look around. What is this place? What is... Whoa.
When she was Pink, we learned that she was a bubbly, extroverted, and enthusiastic gem. Unlike her fellow Diamonds, Pink never agreed with the gem hierarchy and was very informal with her servants. This would lead to Pink having her first pink pearl taken away from her prior to receiving the pearl we all know from the series, who she would trust with her false shattering. Pink loved to play, which is why she first took on the guise of Rose Quartz in the first place. She was able to fit in and not be treated like a diamond. Pink wasn't all sweetness and parties though. Apparently, Pink was known for acting immature, selfish, spoiled, and short-tempered. We see this when she demands her own world and fleet and throws a full-blown tantrum.
I want my own planet! I deserve it! I'm just as important as you!
Then why don't you act like it?
This could be due in large part thanks to how the other Diamonds treated her. We know that Pink was often harshly scolded and locked away in her room. She felt like she didn't fit in with the other Diamonds. She felt like the others wouldn't even miss her since they didn't seem to respect her, or even like her at times. We see a lot of Pink's negative qualities when shown flashbacks of the war, but Pink genuinely seemed to be as altruistic as her human son Steven. She was positive and adventurous, and really just wanted to explore the world with her friends. Someone who wants to save a planet from annihilation can't be all bad, y'all. I know, in the past, I've even been guilty of saying I'm not the biggest fan of Rose/Pink. But the fact that Pink was so morally opposed to what her fellow Diamonds were doing that she left her old life behind and fought homeworld because of her values really speaks volumes. As Rose, she was a courageous leader and fought on the front lines of the war. Due to the nature of the war, tales were spun of Pink being a cruel, callous leader who laughed at the pleas of Rose Quartz to spare the colony from destruction. We, of course, know that these two are one and the same, but it's an interesting look at the narrative of war and the propaganda that can come with it to make a side feel virtuous in their efforts. Obviously, planet destruction is awful. Like, no one sides with the Empire. But the Diamonds always felt like they were simply controlling and expanding their gemdom. When you look at the two different sides, you can see why no one flat out views themselves as wrong. though one is certainly more right in its views. Like, don't blow up planets and stuff. It's messed up.
Rose's message began to resonate to Pink Diamond's dismay. Her colony was falling apart. So like a coward, she called for her diamond allies.
It's possible Pink spread these stories about herself to further hide her true form from everyone. But as we've already touched on, some of that cruelty and selfishness turned out to be true. Most of the issues we have with Rose's selfishness comes down to keeping people in the dark. She orders Pearl to keep her secret identity, something that weighs heavily on Pearl and jeopardizes her relationships with the other gems and Steven. And she seems to not take Pearl's love for her too seriously. When Rose became romantically involved with Greg, it's very apparent that Pearl is hurt. Rose seems to have a more cavalier, plaything attitude about her romantic partners, which is fine, if everyone is on the same page. That whole "are we exclusive" talk didn't seem to happen here. Oh, and also how she treated Bismuth, like keeping that from everyone, that's super shady, Rose. Soup shady. We also obviously have to cover Pink's relationship with Spinel, which is one of the big reveals that has made it hard for me to like Pink. We learn that she abandoned Spinel, told her they were playing a game, and just to wait there for her. And obviously, Pink never returns.
I can't believe Mom did that to you. Actually, I can totally believe it. You're not the only one she hurts.
Yeah, you must know all about her life without me.
This seems so cruel and cold, and I'm hoping we get more of an explanation as to what happened here because damn, I don't think you can forgive someone for something that malicious. And while we're on the topic of unforgivable acts, we need to mention the latest update from Steven Universe Future. The fact that she was physically abusive to Volleyball, aka her first Pink Pearl. Not only did Pink Diamond shatter Volleyball's eye, she also caused irreparable emotional damage. Volleyball's eye can't even be healed by Steven's magical tears because of Pink Diamond's violence. This really solidified her as a character who is complicated to love. Despite the fact that Rose Quartz earned Pearl's trust and convinced her that she was trying to change, the lasting effect of her behavior still haunts her loved ones. There's a lot to unpack about Pink/Rose's abusive nature. As cruel and hurtful as she clearly was to Spinel and Volleyball, we also learned that another side of her really was trying to heal. The fact that Pink, Rose, was trying to get better certainly means something, but it does not negate the severe impact she had on those around her. All that being said, I can understand that a lot of fans are quick to make the argument that without Rose, we wouldn't have Steven. And I can understand the argument of how it does seem pretty selfless of her to give up her physical form to create him. I'm just personally having a really hard time justifying any of Pink's actions now, and not simply finding her downright despicable. Let me know where you guys stand. As we've previously covered with other diamonds, Pink has the standard gem abilities such as fusion, super strength, and durability, but those things are heightened due to being a diamond. She's also able to shapeshift, bubble other gems, project her aura, help heal other gems, create other gems with her breath and bare hands, and is a pretty mean juggler. As Rose, we see she is excellent with her sword, has empathetic telepathy, can alter her own gravity, and seems to be able to control electronics with her emotions, like when she controls Greg's radio in We Need to Talk. Her preferred dance style for fusion also appears to be a waltz. Because you know how when you want to get down and sexy with someone, you just waltz with them?
It's an old school timeless type of sex.
That's true. It's a classy move.
Why are they still dancing? It didn't work.
Yes, it did.
What?
It worked.
I think this one's my favorite.
As I've mentioned in my previous videos, diamonds are the toughest of gems in real life. So, it makes sense that these ladies have the most heightened super abilities of all the gems we see. There are a lot of theories as to how pink diamonds are naturally formed, with the most widely accepted being that when a diamond is subjected to a ton of pressure during its formation, it can go pink. Another theory that originated from the Argyle mine in Western Australia believes that seismic shock propelled colorless diamonds to the surface and altered their molecular structure, causing them to appear pink. Regardless of how the pink happens, like all colored gems, pink diamonds are rated by their hue and saturation. The oldest pink diamond we know of can be found in an Iranian crown. So, we've got royal roots with this gem. Making it part of the ruling class in the series makes a lot of sense. Pink diamonds are said to represent romance, love, and creativity. This seems to go hand in hand with our girl. Some believe that pink diamonds heighten one's intuitiveness and will help whoever wears them make good choices. So, few whoopsie-doodles there. Rose quartz also symbolizes love, and is said to be able to restore trust and understanding. Those last two seem way off, as the more we learn about Rose, the less we trust her and her motives. Rose quartz is also said to aid in fertility and strengthen the body. Now this does make sense, as rose quartz is the only gem in the series to give birth. Rose's appearance is also a lot like that of Ishtar, the Mesopotamian goddess of love, desire, fertility, beauty, combat, and politics.
Damn, that's a lot of things.
I know! My next line is, damn, that's a lot of things to be the goddess of. Get it, Ishtar? This perfectly sums up Rose, right? But do you think that or the gem properties influenced Rebecca Sugar's character and story? Of course, this is a character that we are still learning more and more about. What did I miss on Pink, and what else do you think we'll learn about her in Steven Universe Future? Am I wrong on my Pink stance, or do you agree? Hit me up in the comments below. A big thanks to all of our patrons on Patreon, TeePublic, and all of you lovely people who are watching, subscribing, and punching that bell. For more Steven Universe videos, just click to the left. See you, Space Cowboy.